Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tehrani. We're here in our Norwalk, Connecticut studios, and on our program today is Dean Mansfield, and he is the President and CEO of Fonality. Dean, how are you?
Hello, very well, Rich. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was hoping to start off our discussion by discussing some of the challenges that small and medium businesses are facing.
Yeah, so we see a range of problems for the SMBs, as we call them in the telephony world. Not least, the ability to put capital to work, time to deploying new technologies, and just the lack of really focused applications for the SMB.
So in terms of helping these small to medium businesses, what are some of the things that your company is assisting with?
So what we've looked to do over the last few years is develop our applications to be delivered via the cloud. They're non-proprietary, they are open standards, and much easier to configure and help you manage your business without requiring an engineer on site.
So your company has had a PBX or a phone system for many years, for more than half a decade, and more recently you've got a focus on delivering the benefits of a phone system without the drawbacks of the hardware equipment purchase, right?
Right, absolutely. So our view is to deliver a telephony or a unified communications platform to the small to medium business market without having to deploy a lot of equipment on site. People still need a telephone, but we're not really looking to put servers on site because I think the business today, SMB business today, has moved away from needing data centers and wanting to use cloud-based solutions to run their businesses.
So instead of having to go out and buy maybe a $15,000 phone system, if I'm a small business or whatever the cost is for the phone system you're looking at with the features, I can come to your company and I can get the benefits, the same benefits, and in fact, in some cases I can get more benefits because I don't have to deal with hardware and the configuration. And what will it cost me for my small business?
So we have a number of different offerings, but our entry-level offering will cost you $30 per month per user. And for that, we'll give you a dedicated phone line. You'll get a Polycom telephone. You'll get all of the features and functionality that come with our solution, like unified communications platform called HUD, Heads-Up Display, which is a presence-enabled UC app that will help you, chat with your customers and your employees. It's a secure chat offering. You'll be able to dial directly from there without having to look up people's phone numbers. It brings together email and some call center functionality like call barging and call monitoring and reporting. So you'll get that. You'll get the ability to you do normal PBX type things, things like IVRs and deeper reporting on usage and functionality that's being used by your employee base. So we are driving sort of an enterprise level UC client that's been built specifically for the mid-market, for the small to medium businesses. So we're driving that at a very affordable cost down to our customer base. Included in that also is an unlimited calling plan in North America, so you can phone as many people as you want to during your work day and during the month. And we fix the cost at $30 per month for that. So you have a fixed cost telephony approach.
That's great. So because these are IP phones, using IP communications, you can just plug these phones in anywhere on the internet and have them be virtually connected to the phone system, right?
Correct, yeah. So we host your phone system for you in our data centers, either in California or in Virginia. And we will simply ship you, as you say, a Polycom phone. It's pre-configured. You take it out, you plug it into any Ethernet port, and it will phone home. It will register itself on your network, and the phone will be ready to work. We also have a services component to what we provide, where for 30 days we'll give you a customer care representative that will walk you through anything from which cable to use and where to plug it in, right through to sort of ongoing training and training materials for yourself and for your employees.
So trying to make it easy for the small to medium business to get their phone system up and running without needing an expert on staff.
Absolutely. We don't have to deploy anybody. Everything's done either by WebEx or some kind of screen share. And we're having huge success in just driving that adoption, getting people over that technical hump of how do I do this, how does it work. Having someone on the end of the phone to hold your hand through that, we feel is really important, and we're getting very good response from our customers.
Now, in the telecom space, the smartphone segment has been literally on fire, where it seems that everyone's looking to have the latest smartphone, whether it's a Samsung, whether it's running Windows, whether it's running Apple's iOS or BlackBerry or Google's Android. I mean, there's so many choices, RIM, et cetera. How do you see the mobile market and all these mobile devices fitting into your strategy of telecom?
Well, I think mobile is the future, and I think it's absolutely front and center to our strategy. Especially for small to medium businesses, they are typically nimble and mobile, and most CEOs of small business, I know I'm one, I don't have downtime. If I get a phone call at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night, I pretty much answer it. So why would you disaggregate your business calls to weekend time? So we've built our strategy on a fully integrated UC client. Will be launched for Android and for Apple in the next few weeks, and we have a longer term strategy to get to other platforms as well. We see video coming very fast, and we are building an agnostic platform, if you like. We intend to integrate through app stores or through whatever to any platform.
Now, last year was a pretty challenging year. We're just coming out of the financial crisis. It's been a couple of years, and things seem to be turning. Yet your numbers were impressive, right? For 2010, could you give us a little bit of detail on that?
Sure. I think I joined the company a little over a year ago, and there was a really solid base of customers and some fantastic technology. And I had a relatively easy task of lighting the touch paper by hiring a bunch of salespeople and hiring a marketing organization to go out and spread the word about the type of offering that we have, which is relatively unique in the industry. And so we benefited from that evangelism of our services. And I think the key to it is so many companies in North America are still operating on legacy phone systems, and by that I mean an analog or a key system that they may have bought 10, 15 years ago. And to move from that to a more up-to-date, modern solution that we all see today in our industry, the benefits are amazing. I mean, you go from one phone number and maybe 3 lines with someone answering the phone on your behalf, to having a dedicated line, to having call queuing, to having the press 1 for sales, press 2 for support. I mean, that is an amazing achievement for some small businesses from where they are. And so our value proposition is really compelling. Not only do we take you into out of the 90s and into the whatever we are, the teens now, I guess, but from a technology perspective, but we're typically halving your costs as well. My salespeople's first question is, go get last month's AT&T bill and tell me how much it is, and we'll pretty much cut it in half for you. So it's a very, very compelling story, and I think that's led to our growth. Last year was a big transition year with a new CEO and new team coming in, but we managed to grow our business by 2.5 times last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Opened in Australia. We have some very, very good early wins in Australia. We've only been selling there for 6 months, but we had to stop sort of shipping product in October because we'd run out of lines that we'd bought. We had to go buy more lines. So the uptake was really tremendous there, and we're really looking to push out to new international markets later this year.
So obviously, the customers that you have, in addition to having a lot more flexibility in many cases because they are now on an IP communication system, are also able to save money. So if I was to ask you what sorts of companies you appeal to, other than companies that are looking to save money, what other things do they have in common, or are there any ones you want to talk about?
Yeah, so we see certain trends. We have a very broad spectrum of customers, but we see certain trends we have a huge number of customers that are like agents, so insurance agents or real estate agents or companies of that type, where you have a distributed model, maybe it's a franchisee type operation, and you really need to be able to communicate not only within the company, but outside easily and in a cheap, affordable, easy to deploy way. And that's also quite mobile in itself without using mobile devices. You may operate out of 2 or 3 different offices. This type of technology is built for that. Our unified communications client HUD is perfect. You can see when people are available, you can chat with them easily, you can call them directly. There's find me, follow me technology. And so we're very, very successful with companies like Century 21 and Prudential and companies of that type. And then another big group that we have are what I would call like the Web 2.0 companies like JibJab, Yelp, Linden Labs. They're all customers of ours today, where they have an evolved cloud strategy. I doubt there's very many servers inside any of those companies other than their own, because they are running in the cloud, and that's really the message that we're trying to evangelize to corporate America is 75% of those companies are still running on analog phone systems, which are very limiting, very bad for productivity. And so, our evangelizing is, it's time to move. It's time to come to a solution that's of the age, and and we're that. And delivering it through the cloud is the natural way. And I'm amazed that nobody is doing this in this industry.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for being on the program today.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you.